I know y'all seen the ads, because I have too. And the ad I'm talking about is for the Battersea Audio Polygrade Synth. I've seen it a bunch of times, so I decided, let's check it out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a track from scratch using only instrument sounds from the synth. See how it is. Not sponsored, by the way. I was able to get myself a free copy, but they have no say on what I can or cannot say in this video. Let's get to it. All right, first things first, it is a contact instrument, but it does run in the free contact player, so you don't need the full version. And this is supposed to be a tape synth, so the sounds are gonna sound tapey. Okay. Okay. Okay, some interesting sounds we got here. I will say one thing that I wish they had was preset organization. So if you look, there aren't any banks, there aren't any like snapshots I can pick from. I kind of just have to go through all these sounds. There's 107 sounds and they're not really organized into what kind of sounds they are. So for example, there's a choral ARP here, but it's not in like an ARP section. You know what I mean? So you kind of just have to go through some sounds. The sounds are good though. Like, I just wish that they were organized. Oh, we got a nice bass. I kind of like this. Let's take something down with this. I'm gonna turn the noise down though. I guess a pro of not having the presets labeled like that is that I probably would have never used a sound like this. It makes you try new sounds. I kind of want to put some like a pad or some chords underneath this. So I'm layering this with this eject mode preset and this uni preset for some chords. I guess we go use that dirty sign for a bass. Let's get some drums. So that's the track we made. If you look over here, there's no effects on anything. All the sounds come straight out of the Polygrade synth. I didn't tweak any of the presets except getting rid of some noise here and there. A lot of the presets have a lot of noise, but luckily you can get rid of it if you don't want it with this noise knob right here. But we didn't really go through too many of the presets. We're gonna solo this. You know, something simple, I think that's the best thing to use instead of using a more filled out MIDI. So let's go through some sounds. Let's start from the bottom this time, and we're just gonna go up. This actually might not work because this might be a mono lead. Not bad. All right, let's skip around. We don't use that sound. Nah, this sounds fire, I ain't gonna lie. Also, remember, some MIDIs aren't going to be perfect with certain sounds. They're not always going to work, like these signed keys. You got to kind of hold it to get the sound. Ooh. I like that. So those are the presets, as you see, total of 107. But of course, you can always customize these sounds. You know, you got your wash here, which is pretty much a reverb, delay. You know what a delay is. Your filter and your filter envelope. So if you switch to ADSR, these knobs turn into your ADSR knobs. And you also have your envelope ADSR for the filter. Over here, you got your noise knob. Of course, you don't really always want the noise. Sometimes you do. You can change the type of noise. Wait, let me not play it so you can hear. Hear the different types of noises. Over here, you have your ARP controls. I changed the sound just to hear the ARP a little better. You gotta turn it on, and then depending on where you put the knob, it's gonna be a different ARP. As you see here, it shows the faster you want the ARP. And then over here, you have your tape controls. So you can turn it off, turn it on. You can do a bunch of stuff there. But that's Polygrade by Battersea Audio. I will say it sounds pretty good. I think it captures that like tape synth sound that's trying to be pretty nicely. The one downside for me personally is the preset organization. Having to flip through 107 presets, not knowing what sounds they are. It can have its benefits, but for my workflow, I'd rather it not be like that. But besides that, pretty good synth library. Now, if you're really into like synthesis and like tweaking sounds, I don't think this is the plugin for you. This is more about having those ready out of the box sounds with customization, of course. But if you're really into like tweaking and synthesis, this definitely isn't made for someone like that. It's made for the person who just wants to get going. So if you like that tape synth sound, definitely recommend checking it out. At the time I'm making this video, I believe it is on sale. So if you're interested, definitely check it out. Link in the description. But that's me for this one. If you like what you saw, like what you heard, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment, let me know exactly what you think. Subscribe for more videos. And be sure to check me out on my social medias and my music and all streaming platforms as well. Only down below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
They don't know what it takes for you to chase your dreams. All these sacrifices, don't know what it brings. This just feels so right, yeah. This just feels so right, feels so